Okay, I'm a almost 75-year-old woman who has been working full-time my whole life. From the time I was 16, I find myself at retirement age, well beyond retirement age, with no ability to survive without working full-time. I can afford to buy a tiny house or a small mobile home, but I can't afford the mortgage and the lot rent.
I am a teacher at the local community college at Weston College, and my position there is part-time. And so I have a limited income with which to have housing. And so it has been a bit challenging. You know, there can be up to, easily 200 applicants for one apartment. And most apartments are out of what I can afford. My solution was to move in with a friend. I had this idea that I would at least have my own personal space. Like my income will equal the cost of living so that I'll be able to have like a little studio of my own and be able to pay my medical bills and survive.
I work more than full time. I work like at least 60 hours a week as a caregiver. I have a couple of jobs. Like they don't let you get overtime, so it won't be possible. The math will not work out.
I'm very good about budgeting my money, and I do pet and house sitting, and all of that money that I earn is in an account I'm saving for a tiny home. And I've been doing this now for over 10 years.
More people are living alone, and I don't need a large space, but I still want a little space of my own, and those are few and far between in the structures that are in existence.
I had an apartment on site, a one-bedroom. My daughter was sleeping in the living room on a day bed, and after my husband passed away and my daughter moved out, I wasn't even using that bedroom. In fact, I didn't even use the dining room table. I tended to sit at my computer and eat. And so there's like the kitchen, the bathroom, and where I had my computer. And that's really all I needed. I've saved a lot of money just thinking about moving into a tiny house.
It's like what, $53,000 or $60,000 is low income. I have three sources of retirement income, and it's still my whole philosophy is to pare things down to nothing. And so I love the idea of a tiny home or a tiny space that then it kind of keeps me Maria Kondo'd.
In reality, I can't really afford to live here. I do live on a fixed income that it isn't growing, it's not really going anywhere.
I can see what's needed and then contribute what fits within my knowledge base. And I mean, part of it is I just love cooking for people. So like maybe cookies and muffins that are like delicious and nourishing.
If I'm just cooking for myself, it's like I'll live off of sandwiches. But I would love to have a community where we take turns making meals.
It's for me, it's the perfect balance. I love community. I love the idea of having neighbors and being able to enjoy each other's company, and also have our own personal space to recharge and to replenish ourselves.
Most of my commuting and that kind of thing would be with an electric bike. I'm sure I probably wouldn't drive very much at all, because the other thing is San Luis Obispo has great bike infrastructure.
Most of these people that I represent that are single people in a large home also would like to have more companionship or community that's close to them. And so the idea of this being a community just expands, I think, the opportunities to fulfill our human needs, shelter and neighbors.
If you would like to learn more about SmartShare's housing programs, housing development, workshops, and other activities, learn more at smartsharehousingsolutions.org.